Hey, how's
Hello.
everybody doing? Long time no see, but here we are.
Long time no see. Hey, Joni. How are you?
How you doing, Joni? I saw a picture of you night getting nice and cool in the pool with your sexy bathing suit.
Oh, she was at the pool. That's
Yeah,
something. I have not been able to go to the pool, and it's driving me nuts because everybody's pool's open right now.
yeah. I know all the city pools are open too, but I don't go in there.
Well,
It's free, which means it's free to pee.
it's free to be. It's free to be. Well, I guess so. I never thought of it that way. It's free when it gets a certain temperature. Do they make it free to everybody? Because like our
Yeah,
pools aren't free unless
yes,
it's
they
like
are.
hot days. They'll open it up, or do they
Oh
still
yeah.
open like fire hydrants and stuff?
I haven't seen that in years, and I wish I did, because I would prefer that.
I know, right?
There's nothing like running in and out of a Johnny pump, man. Nothing better than that.
A Johnny pump.
Yes, a Johnny pump.
It's called a Johnny pump, guys. Hey Mel,
Hey Mel, how you doing?
how you doing?
How you doing? How you doing?
Joni says her plants are getting big.
Nice. Good for you. So am mine.
Hello, Eva. How are you, sweetheart? How you doing? How you doing? The Johnny pump. For some reason, I thought the Johnny pump meant something different, but
Really?
it wasn't good, whatever it was. But I
Well,
like it.
in Brooklyn, it's called the Johnny pump. You go to the fire department and tell them, can I have the hook for the Johnny pump? The thing
Then would
open
they
it up?
give you the hook to give it up, open it up
Yeah.
when you were kids?
Yeah. Yeah. And you got to keep it, as long as you used it the right way.
Oh, you could have it for yourself.
Yeah. And then you felt like of the block because like you had the friggin' Johnny pump key thing to open it up and it's when you decided to open it up and everybody could go.
Oh, you had the power. Like the kids would say, could you open it up for me? And you'd be like, maybe after lunch.
Yeah.
My mom's gonna give me lunch. You have to know. Well, hello. Chaos Forever is
Forever.
formerly known as El Gato. It's good to see you, Tomas.
How you doing, Tomas? I haven't seen you in forever.
We're gonna call you Forever. Forever.
Forever.
We'll call him Forever now, okay?
I don't know. Tomas doesn't hit me up no more or nothing.
I know I haven't heard from him for a while. What is it? They don't bring me flowers anymore. Right?
Yes.
You don't bring me flowers anymore. Although I have to say, I felt pretty good today. Earlier during our conversation and when you got off the phone and I was still on the phone earlier, we were talking about how I've been feeling. And I was like, I actually feel okay today, although I can feel my chest wall, But I was saying, like, each day I feel a little better.
Well, at some point after we got off the phone earlier, I did take a walk to the mailbox and back.
And how did it go?
It went like this.
Yay! Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey, Kim from Hibbing, Minnesota. Coming to us from Hibbing, Minnesota. Real for life. Kim T. It's like we can announce it, right?
Yes.
That sounds fun. Jenny, how you doing, sweetheart? I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. How's everybody doing? It's good to see everybody. It's nice to see everybody, really. We haven't come on much.
It's been a while.
It has been a while. It's been a few months, really, since I've been doing much consistently.
Well, we have been way under the weather. Way under the weather. Practically had to dig ourselves out like the groundhog.
We did. I think I did. We did really have to dig. We're still digging. We really are still we're still digging. Joni said she tried calling both of us ladies to check on you both. And thank you, Joni, for checking on us.
Thank you so much. I didn't get the phone call. I might have been asleep. Who knows?
That's what I was just gonna say. My sleep schedule and yours too. We haven't even been speaking to each other like
exactly like we normally do. No.
It's just
been a hit and a miss.
Yeah, and it's the same for us. Call you, no, you call me. No. It's just the sleeping pattern is just, it's really crazy. And also the sleeping pattern with the mental space, they gotta like align. You know, like I've been waking up and it's like, what year is it? What day is it? And I know I'm usually that way. It's just been a little extra lately. Anybody else felt that way? Mel, I know you've been busy. Everybody is busy. And it's not a bad thing, right? I'm not saying it like it's got to be the worst thing on earth. It's kind of a normal thing sometimes to just, at least in our world, to kind of get flipped for a loop. You know, it's like, your feet get kicked under you in this way, and then you hit your head on something over here on your way down the face plant. And so that's pretty much how it's been lately. I'm the ghost of Tomas's past. Well, all right, Tomas. But listen, ghosts, we can talk about Tomas's past.
Tomas's demise.
Joni says mental health has been kicking my ass. Well, hopefully we can try to get back into some of the things that we do excuse me. We can always try to get back into chitty chatting with each other or just sending messages. You know, it's okay to just send text sometimes.
Yeah.
Hey Tiffany, I'm the new add to the Facebook group. Thank you again. I'm so glad that you are here. And also, I wanted to let you know there's another Facebook group that we can add you to also, that we can talk about more other things, or not other things. We just talk about similar things, maybe just a little bit more in depth. Although on Tiff and Dore, we really have been talking about illness a lot and uplifting people a lot in there. And I have to say, I love the way, especially since you and I have really not been feeling the greatest. And it's like I may miss a whole day of Facebook. And so like when I do get to go back on there and I get to see that like Kim has thrown something up,
Right.
Rochelle or whoever has thrown things up. That is, I love that Mel has thrown things up, and she doesn't have to do that over there. You know what I mean? Like I
Right.
love seeing people adding things over there, and just, or even asking your own questions. You know, if you,
Mm-hmm.
if you ever have any questions about anything, feel free to ask them. And if you don't want to ask them, send them to me. I'll ask questions.
Yeah. I have no problem answering.
Yeah, we don't either. Let's see. I better get my glasses on. Yeah, hugs for Tomas. He lives. I suppose if he lives, we can hug him. I know, I do miss you, Tomas. I do miss a little Tomas in my day. Maybe a little Tomas with my coffee is what's missing.
Well, where is Tomas? Tomas is not on. Is Tomas on the
This is him
pages?
right here.
I know he's got a new name here. It's Chaos.
Well, I don't know if he's on the page or not. And that's okay. I mean, that's the thing, right? We have the Facebook groups. We've created Facebook messengers. The group messengers. Now,
Right.
when Doreen and I originally set out to start those chat groups to like meet people one-on-one and do the support one-on-one, face-to-face, it wasn't really available as easily as it is now.
Exactly. It's true.
You know, when we first started it, it wasn't everybody's doing it. Now you can do it in a half a second. So we're kind of taking a little bit of a step back from, or I am anyway, and I've noticed a little bit.
I am too. I mean, I don't go on.
Yeah, we're pretty much
those side chats that are attached to the
yeah.
the page. Yeah, I'm not on them.
Well, we got to go in those just to check and see what's going on, but we don't necessarily have to participate, right?
Right.
So the same way, like we built chats before, there's a ladies chat and then a co-chat for everyone. And now there's the chats that are available on the Facebook pages themselves.
Right.
So, and people use those. A lot of people use those actually, which is great. And
yes,
so,
they do. And that's very good. It really is.
Yeah.
It really is.
It is great, and it runs itself. They talk to each other, and then if people need something extra, they reach out to us one-on-one, which has also been happening. So it's kind of worked itself out beautifully in that way over the years.
Yeah. Well, who knew they were going to come out with that? I mean, even Joni, not this Joni, the other Joni. Joni goes into that too.
Yeah, into those little chats that come on the pages of the Facebook groups, and I think it's a great place for people to just go in. I mean, for one, you can just go in and read and see what people are saying, and
right. And if something catches your eye, you partake.
If you're comfortable,
if
you think you're comfortable, saying hi or any of that stuff, saying hi to people, and then kind of it can grow from there. So that's been nice, and people use those. So for sure, Joni, anybody can go into those little chats also and ask questions and talk to people, and there's some real nice people in there also.
Tomas, guess what I ate today? I had bacalaitos.
Now you got to tell everybody what the bacalitos are.
Well, it's like a dried powder that I guess it's like dehydrated bacalao fish in a powder form. And you just add some water to it and mix it up and let it sit for a few. And then you fry them up like it was a pancake, but it's more like a crepe. And oh my God, they are so delicious. So delicious.
Sound delicious. You could probably
Very
put
good.
anything on it, can't you? You
Yeah,
probably
I
make
see
it.
a lot of people mix ketchup with mayonnaise and dip it in that, but I'm not a fan of that. So
Oh,
me, I would probably, if I didn't have what I had, I probably would have just dabbed hot sauce on it.
oh, put a little hot. That would be good. I could see that being good too.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't. Although I don't know what ethnicity it is, but I don't know. But I know like they use a lot of mayonnaise and ketchup together mixed. Doesn't like Latino food. I don't know what to call it because
Yeah, I think it's a lot of Latino food, Latino people. Yeah,
mix
they
the
like
ketchup and mayo together,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like hot dogs, corn, like stuff that
right.
I've never put it on. But I did have a friend growing up that always put mayo on her hot dogs. And I tried it. It wasn't anything bad with it. And then I also knew somebody that put peanut butter on their hot dogs all the time. And
You mean to tell me that you knew Elvis?
Elvis. Doreen, don't tell anybody.
I'm sorry.
Elvis was peanut butter and banana. Wasn't his
Elvis was peanut butter and everything.
everything. Doreen loves Elvis, guys.
Elvis was peanut butter with bacon on a burger.
Oh yeah, that was
too.
good,
also, he used peanut butter on everything.
I wonder when he picked up the peanut butter on everything.
I'm surprised they didn't come out with Elvis peanut butter with his picture on it. Oh, that would have been that. People would have bought that. Oh, that would have sold.
Oh, it would have.
Yeah.
I guess you got to have his word for it, or his okay.
Yeah. Well, too late now.
Was it? I know. Which I'm glad. There's a whole Elvis story which we could talk about one time, which is and I think that they're doing a little bit more tours with the house now, opening the Graceland up a little bit more. It's got to sustain itself, you know. It's got to make money somehow.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know. But I wanted to talk a little bit. We're going to talk a little bit. We're going to have a little subject to talk about tonight. And then we also don't have to stay on for potentially ever. All of the hours. Anything you want to talk about?
No, I'm just waiting for you to talk about our subject, your subject. Who's this?
Our subject.
What did Tomas say?
He said mayo and ketchup on everything.
See? Yeah.
They've opened no more rooms to tour at Graceland just to keep. Yeah, okay. They've opened more rooms to tour at Graceland just to keep it afloat. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, and yeah, peanut butter and bananas. Yeah, they need to. Now, they still say the upstairs is off limits, and maybe it'll be off limits forever, but I know that's where everybody wants to see, right?
Oh, yeah, they want to see Elvis's bedroom.
Right, yeah, which will never happen, I think.
Which, I don't really think that anything much happens in that bedroom anyway. I think it'll happen in somebody else's bedroom.
In a different house, in a different state or city. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like I don't really think. Yeah.
Perhaps. You may be onto something there, Doreen.
So what they think they might be seeing. All you're going to see is the place that Elvis slept.
Is that
and slept is all. Probably. Or the
baby. Okay, here. Mel's got the deets. See, I shouldn't have brought up Elvis because I'm not following anything. I don't know shit what's going on. Mel says she's an Elvis fanatic, and they have opened a guest room upstairs and a study upstairs too.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm sorry, people. I just grew a horn.
Look at his little tail. He's like, don't mind me, because I'm not going to mind you. His little tail is so cute. I want to talk about parasocial relationships. And it's something that I've been talking about for a long time. It's just now we're going to talk about it here. But it's really, parasocial relationships have been going on for a long time. And I just think that they're more common now because of social media and the access we have to different people. And it can really be as big or as small as we want it to be, right? Because I'm just gonna read the definition. The term parasocial relationship refers to a relationship that a person's imagine having with another person whom they do not actually know, such as a celebrity, a fictional character. Now with social media days, people you see online, people you may even read about. One of my first parasocial relationships was with Johnny Depp. I was in love with Johnny Depp, right? I had posters of him all over my room. I drew pictures and things, and he didn't know I existed, right? Still does not to this day, which breaks my, 16-year-old heart. But those are parasocial relationships where they're like one-sided. We've created that relationship all on our own side. Kind of like being in a relationship with Elvis, right?
Right.
How many people were in parasocial relationships with Elvis?
Yeah.
The Beatles. Right?
Yeah.
And those are parasocial relationships, just up on a bigger scale, but it still is the same thing as having a parasocial relationship with a YouTuber, somebody that talks on Facebook, that you don't get to know. The thing of it is that we can invest a lot into our parasocial relationships, right?
Oh, yeah.
Look at that tail. He's like, I'm going to be a part of this. I'm going to put my thinker on.
No, he's telling me, Doreen, put your thinker on.
I know.
I'll that for you.
He's like, it's got to be a team effort. He's so cute. Look at his little tail. But so these relationships have been going on forever.
Oh my goodness. I can tell you back when the 70s, I think I had like the only crush on, and you're gonna laugh when I say who it is, because it's nobody anybody would ever think of. I had a crush on on Wojciechowicz.
On who?
Wojciechowicz.
Wojciechowicz?
Yeah, remember Barney Miller?
Oh yeah. Oh, that's cute.
Wojciechowicz, yeah.
Well, it's not, because there's different reasons, right? For somebody that draws you.
Yeah.
There's different ages. There's even been ladies that I'm like, oh, I love her. Like, oh yeah, she's in that. Okay, yeah, I'll go see her in that. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a love struck kind of thing, or like a romantic, it could just be like, I love that personality, right? Like, that feels like a personality I want more of. Here's a perfect example. Oh yeah, here they're giving some good ones. You guys are doing good. Thank you, Jenny, for modding in, because I can't see as well as normal, which is usually shit anyway. But so Jenny's got it. Let's see.
With Joey, who? Fatone?
Joey Fatone. Yeah, from, what is that, NSYNC? Or is that New Kids. My first parasocial relationship was with Joey McIntyre from New Kids on the Block. Are they in the same band or are they two different?
Joni Cummings,
He's
my
like, no.
first Parasocial. Hey, that went by too fast. What was
I'm
Joni?
sorry. I'm sorry. See, I can't see. My first.
Oh yeah, with Joey Fatone, we saw that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and
I
then
think she put it up twice.
Mel's was
with yeah, Joey McIntyre from New Kids on the Block.
McIntyre. Tomas says the only thing I know about Elvis is what I learned in Forrest Gump. I believe that man said he has to pee. And then I thought I saw her. I thought it. Cheryl Ladd was Tomas's. May she rest in peace.
I think Cheryl Ladd was everybody's, every guy's
Yes. And okay, this is what now this probably is weird, which is not weird, sweetie. But as a child, I would wish certain moms on TV were mine. Does that make sense? And it makes 100%
yes,
sense.
it does.
And I think that makes sense no matter if you had a mom, a great mom, a not a mom, any mom. I think it goes for any parent. You know what I mean? I mean, it may have been more extreme should some of those pieces be missing, but I think even if you had a mom that the TV moms were better, the TV dads were better, the siblings on TV were better.
They were always better.
On TV, right?
Yes.
Like the siblings, the pets.
Yes. They were always better.
Right? Their dog listens. My dog doesn't do shit. Like they had Lassie on.
The thing is that we don't keep in our heads that, they're acting.
Well, most certainly not when we're kids, right?
No, that's the thing. No, we don't. We don't think that way.
Most certainly not.
We just think like, wow, I wish I could have told that to my mother, and I wish she would have sat down with me and was as calm and loving and nice as this mother was, and explained to me and la la la, and then gave me the kiss, and okay, and do you understand now? And yeah, but we didn't have that. We didn't have that, and that's what we most definitely would have wanted.
Yeah, I think ideally that was a thing.
Right.
But you always, as a kid, as children, you always have these ideas of what things are. We don't know, right, what things are. We don't know what reality is. So it's almost like we create our own.
Yeah.
What we think it should be. But yeah, I thought I told Coral this, my daughter, the other day, that when I was growing up, I thought like all the other kids went home to a house with like baked chocolate chip cookies at home after they got home from school, And so I didn't have that because my mom worked, right? Which was also probably very common in the 80s. But I had this preconceived notion that everybody came home to this nice smelling cookie house. And so that was something like that I would do when my daughter, not every day, but like I would try to make certain days, like if it's a rainy day, like let's make cookies and let's make it smell good and home.
Yeah.
So that, because let's see, they're saying something I can't tell what you guys know what you're saying. Tell me what no, I'm just kidding. Let me get my glasses. let's get some glasses, Tori, so I can see. Because they're talking about, let's see, they're so cute. The different parents that they liked.
I just didn't have a nurturing mom. No hugs or anything like that. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, sweetie. That's something that my mom and I have just been talking about a little bit more recently, because she did not have a very nurturing mother as far as like the hugging, the kissing, and the I love yous and those things go. And so she was not always the most nurturing or huggy or affectionate either, and I missed that also. And we could definitely talk more about that. Let's see, she loved the mom on Seventh Heaven. That mom did everything, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, as Mel says, I had what would be considered good parents, and there were times I wished for different ones on TV. Yeah, there's, like, to me, that's just almost like a normal thing. Like, of course, for me anyway, all the people and all the families and all the houses on TV were cooler than mine. Like, there wasn't a show. I don't think I wanted to go live on the prairie. Although, maybe I did. There might have been a time.
I tell you, and I think I've told you this before, when we were little, and for the short time that I had my mother was very loving, I have to say.
Yeah.
When she was gone, there was no loving. And me and my sister used to lay on the floor and watch Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah.
And like when those like
their mom was so loving.
Father, and when he had when his face would turn so red and he was so proud and he was so, all that stuff. Our faces would turn red, like almost of embarrassment, because we didn't have that. What
you didn't know.
Yeah, we almost embarrassed for them, sort of.
Kind of. You didn't know how to process those kind of feelings. Like, you never saw your dad cry or be soft like that. Because he really was a soft dad in that show. He was very kind and gentle.
Yeah, and we didn't have that. So when we saw that, we were almost embarrassed. Like, oh my God, people do this?
That's embarrassing.
Yeah. It's so embarrassing, or we just felt I don't know, we don't get that, it's embarrassing to be there watching that with your father, and he's not that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. It's that's interesting, because it's almost like, we don't know how to feel about that. So it makes you that anxious, that little internal nervous. Like, we don't know how to process this.
Right. But now, now when you see that on television, aww,
right, now it's heartwarming.
Now it's good. So, yes.
Yeah. Now, Kim said the Waltons and the House on the Prairie were what she wanted. And I think going back and thinking about the show, because I said I didn't think I wanted to go back to Little House on the Prairie, but I was wrong, because you're right. Little House on the Prairie was the dad was just so gentle, right, and encouraging and proud.
Yeah.
And the mom was also so encouraging and proud, and what a sweet little family. Now I want to go back to Little House on the Prairie. Yeah, Michael Landon. He played a very sweet character on there.
Sure, and I wouldn't mind the meals either.
Oh yeah, they had some cooking on there.
Oh man, what's her name's house? Oh my God, they had everything. Nellie's mother, the spoiled brat, Nellie.
Yeah,
blonde.
Nellie. Yeah. She was also. Seventh Heaven was a good little show. There was a little time where I watched that whole thing a couple times, I think. What did you say, Doreen? I'm so sorry. Did I interrupt you?
No, I just said that in Nellie's house, they had all the good food.
Because the Olsen. Look, Joni knows it all. Mrs. Olsen, look. They got it. They got it. Mrs. Olsen, Harriet.
Yes.
Well, yeah, and her mom, she was such a they were wealthy, right?
Yeah, they were up there. They were high class. I mean, you actually saw huge turkeys on their table and like friggin' their drumsticks, their turkey legs. Oof, boy, it's like
and
that was a turkey. Yeah, she did. She always was entitled.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of something that opens up to this whole, this what we're talking about, these parasocial relationships, right? Because it is sometimes and this is a perfect example. We're talking about the mom and the dads of these shows that we loved, that we wanted, right?
Yes.
That we wanted, and we had this whole adornment for this show. And
how many people on here right now tried to get away with that? How many people here acted like Nellie and thought that they were going to get what they wanted because Nellie always got what she wanted? How many? And all you really got was a crack in the face or a slap on the ass. And punished for being that way.
Oh, yeah.
We did take our chances, I have to say. Well, if Nellie can get away with that, why can't I?
Right. I wished.
Right.
Well, I tried. But, you're not Nellie and I'm not her mother. That's what I would hear. You're Tiffany and we go by this time, not whoever else's time. Whatever else you think we do. Yeah, see, Joni says, yeah, she got her ass kicked for doing a Nelly. Yeah, it wouldn't have flown for me either. Yeah. Nels put his foot down on Harriet quite often. He did. Nels married into Harriet's money, which was the wife. We got to talk to Kim. She's going to have to just give us the whole
rundown. Yeah.
We need the whole big rundown.
I loved Nellie's character.
When she met Percival. Is that her?
Oh, yes.
I know. I don't think that Harriet was always the way she was as an adult. I think she grew into a monster. She was. I think so. We're going to have to read all the books. Has anybody read all the books? Well, Chaos Forever doesn't know who Nellie is, which is clear. You were not a girl the same time we were growing up in the same way we were. Tomas. Oh.
Well, Tomas, you could have been Adam.
Truth, she always had good hair, Nellie. She always says the only thing I loved about Nellie were her curls, right? And her hair was always on point. We gotta
Yeah.
Her hair was always on point, and she always had the nice dress too, right? And her little
yes.
Her little gloves. Remember the little shoes with the
Yes, and she
lace?
always got to stick her hands in the candy jars. You know, the bulls, the little the stuck on bulls and stuff. Right when she was
Yeah.
leaving for school,
Oh yeah, she
they got to
did.
stick their hands in the candy jar.
Yeah. Johnny's like, Nelly had a wig. Johnny! Breaking my heart. She's like, you, Tiffany, could get one on Temu for $19.99. Maybe next time I will see. Yeah, now look, everybody, we're gonna have to watch Lost on the Prairie and meet back up so we can talk about it. It was a nice, good little wholesome show. And so was Seventh Heaven. It's just
Yeah.
then there's things that go on behind the scenes of shows and shit that we don't know. Just the same as we do in these parasocial relationships that we create in our mind,
Right.
unfortunately. And then we have this whole unhealthy relationship or ideal of a relationship. And that's part of what happens.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
When you had that relationship with whomever, okay, and did you ever get to a scene where that person got married or got a girlfriend, and like, were you crushed?
Oh yeah. I made this whole other plot twist in my head of how the real show should go, so that me and the person. Yeah.
Right?
What about you?
Yeah, like, you know, like, wait a minute. No, you're waiting for me.
Right. What are you marrying her for? It's all wrong.
Yeah.
It's all wrong. You got the wrong girl. Yes. I used to do that with soaps too. Soap operas. Oh,
yeah.
some of those would really break my heart.
Yes.
Even now, you saw the whole Johnny Depp and Amber Heard thing. I mean, that wouldn't have happened had we gotten married however long ago it was when I was 18, right?
Right.
Could have saved the whole problem. I'm just kidding. Never got into Seventh Heaven. It just, this dad in Seventh Heaven did turn out to be a pedo, which broke my heart too. And the thing of it is well, we're going through the Me Too movement. It has started and it's just going to keep on rolling. And I think we're just going to keep seeing more bad actors. Literally. Bad actors, bad producers, bad all those things. And I hate what a lot of the children went through that were on shows when my daughter was growing up and Jim was growing up. You know, those were kids that were pretty popular.
Yeah.
Through those ages. And it's sad to see them wrecked like they are. And if I would have realized that like they were wrecking them the way that they were, we surely would not have invested, right?
You know, I don't think my son ever had, that I know of, a crush on anybody on television, but he did have his idols, and that was like Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock and The Undertaker. Those were his idols.
Well, those are good. Those are wrestling guys.
Yes.
That's good.
And maybe further back when he was younger, maybe Barney.
Yeah, Barney was definitely a thing. But that's not a...
Yeah, I know.
It's the show. It's the kids acting. And even more, remember the girl from Matilda?
Yeah.
You guys remember the girl from Matilda? I wished I could remember her name, but I'm not good like that. But she's very memorable. Her little cheeks are memorable. She was in a couple of things, and she's left Hollywood. Now, I think she does some other art things and still, makes her money, but she left it. She didn't want to, and it's a good thing. I think I watched a video the other day of like all of these teens that stopped Hollywood, like Frankie Muniz, that was see, now I'm starting I can't remember. Frankie Muniz was the middle? No, not the middle. Help me. Mara Wilson. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Let me read a little bit because I can't. Oh, the Nipix German wrench. Let's see. I'll have to watch that next. Let's see. I'm gonna name my wrench now. It's a personal investment of time and memory, and the brain forms connections. Yeah, it does, and it's a real thing. I mean, we really do. We do form relationships, and especially on YouTube, we can form relationships with YouTube creators, right? And like, we watch them, we learn them, we think we get to know them, right?
Right.
Mara Wilson was the girl with the little cheeks. Thank you, M, from Matilda, which I love that little movie. It's cute. And then Frankie Muniz was Malcolm in the Middle. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Yes. Okay, they're talking. Yeah, okay, see. So she didn't like acting. She deals with anxiety like myself. There's a lot of people. Is it Patricia Heaton from Raymond? Raymond's wife. She has bad anxiety. Panic disorder. Yeah. Mrs. Doubtfire, thank you. She was also in Mrs. Doubtfire, remember? Thank you guys for being my brain tonight. Thank you for being. But also, I want to say, you can create these parasocial relationships with all kind of people. I use stars as where we originally started having parasocial relationships, right? Or even dolls, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? You can create relationships, one-sided relationships. And I think that on YouTube, that's very easy to do. And especially because it feels like it's easy to reach out to the YouTube creators. And a lot of times the YouTube creator says, yeah, hit me up with anything. If you need help with something, feel free to hit me up. Hit my my email, send me an email, hit me up, right? And so so you feel like you're connected.
Right.
Like you have a beeline connection. But I don't think that all creators mean that. And they don't. And they probably shouldn't say that. Because there are, especially once you get so big, that you cannot any longer. You know what I'm saying? Like, there may come a point where you can't reach out to everybody.
Either you cannot or you simply don't want to.
Right. So I think that it's fair at a point to say, hey, don't reach out to me right now, right? Like, or
I think it's pretty effed up when, like, all these people have gotten you where you're at, and then once you're there, you forget about the little people, and
well, you forget about the people who got you there, right?
Exactly. Yes.
Stood by you all along the way to
right
to where
exactly
you are.
Yeah.
And then you just and as soon as you get there, it's almost like, the thing that makes me kind of sad watching it happen is it's almost like they forget who they were. I don't forget who you were. I remember who you were. You forget who you were.
Right. And you're still that person.
Yeah. And you can quickly be that person again. I mean, you can see,
Exactly.
like we were just talking about the Me Too movement a little bit ago. You see how fast people get canceled with the Me Too movement. You say
Yeah.
one thing, and it's you're
Mm-hmm.
done. You are done. Your income or whatever the case may be is done.
That's
You have a
right.
YouTube channel, you are on YouTube, you say something, you're done. It does not take but 2 seconds for you to lose where you think you are.
Exactly.
So don't forget where you came from, and don't forget the people that helped get you to where you are.
I
That
don't
is
think that it is ever, ever a permanent position, because it's not.
no, it isn't. No, it
It
isn't.
isn't.
And especially if the one thing that you are looking for is to gain money, you better have a good gig. You better have a good gig that's going to keep on giving and keep on giving and keep on giving, because by the time you get to the point to make money, you're going to have to keep working it. And I'm not saying it's not, it is possible. It is possible, right? But I think it's not as possible when you have 200 people trying to monopolize on the same thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
500 people trying to monopolize on the same thing.
But I
It's like,
also believe that time changes, thoughts change, and other topics come up that people become more interested in. And just like anything else, it's just like a soap opera. Well, I was into, right, let's say I was into Days of Our Lives, but then, this one here, it just got more excitement going on in there. And now I rather watch that one. Like you said earlier, you're finished with, you got, like, you stopped watching, what's her name? The crime, what is her name?
the crime.
What's her name?
It was a crime chick?
Yeah.
A YouTuber?
No. TV. Mystery,
Jessica.
right. Well, and you moved on now to something else.
Yeah.
To the monks.
Yeah, now I'm watching Monk. I was watching Murder, She Wrote. That's it.
Right.
That's a perfect example. And for
Yes.
me, you know how I get into a show and I watch it like over and over and over
Right.
again until
So you were into Murder, She Wrote, and you watched it for a long time, but now you're interested in the monk. So it's the same thing as being here, being on top. People have, move on to different things. Their thoughts move on to different things. Their variety in their minds move on to different things. And
right.
Well, they find something else that is more exciting to them, than what they were talking about over here. Now they want to see this. So now you just lost that one person. Okay.
Yeah.
So yes, that's just the way it goes. I mean, you better have some like good
you have to have
shit
contact, which
to
is fair. But I also think that and I'll say, like, I'm part of this community, and I've been a part of this community for a few years.
Computer.
I know, because I'm looking at all. But I've been with this community for a few years. And so it's like, there comes in the first group of people, right? And you're like, okay, here come these first group of people. And like, you're excited. And like, you're like, oh, they're going to do all these things. Let me help them grow, right? Let me help them grow. So I put them up here. I put them up over here. I subscribe. I play them while okay, I'm leaving. I have 2 playing here, 2 playing here. All right, they're going to gain some watch hours and some traction. I'll do that here. All right, I go, leave, come back. I do it again, right? Because I'm trying to help these people that I'm trying to have some faith in build, right? So here's what I did. I do that, right? No problem. It's not costing me anything but my electricity and my cable, apparently. So I do that, right? Then here comes some more characters. All right, here comes some more characters that are part of the thing. They want to build themselves up too. And so, you know what? That sounds good to me. I want to help this community grow. I'm going to play it here, and here, 4 ways Sunday. And we're going to try again. And I'm going to go ahead and send them some of my money. You know, we'll just try. And I like what they're saying. You know, I'm going to send them some of their some money. Oh, they have a hard time. They need help getting to do this. I'm going to go ahead and help give this person a little money, a little bit of this over here. That's all my choice. That's all. This is all my choice. And this is what I'm choosing to watch besides Monk, right?
Right.
So, and not only that, you're meeting people in the chat, which our chat is awesome. And I appreciate you guys talking to each other. And they're cute. They're talking about Star Trek and entertainment. And it's cute. And we have a super sweet chat as well. And also I have like the best moderators in the world. That I'm just going to say that. But you continue to invest. So this is, for me, this is going to be like wave 4 of another push out of people coming out and saying, hey, we want to try and do this because we believe this cause. And I say, hey, you sound like you're great. And I believe in you too. And I believe in the cause too. Now, through the course of these cycles, you lose people, right? People fall off, or you realize, oh, maybe you're not as what you were cracked up to be, right? But then you still kind of stay with some. You still kind of stay with some. And you reach out. You reach out because now you've stayed. I've stayed for a year. I've sent you money. I've done the thing. And you said I could reach out to you because we're friends or family. So that's what happens, right? I reach out to you. And you treat me like diddly.
Right.
You're famous. You're famous. You're not famous. You're on YouTube. There are people that are YouTube famous, like Jeffree Star, and there are people that are niche famous, right? So there are people that are in a certain, like Bailey Sarian, you know, she reads the mystery and murders and the makeup and murder mysteries on Monday. You know, she does her little.
Right.
People have their niches, and then there are people that are known in those niches and what have you. And there are tons of them. There are tons of them. So I just don't like it when people are not, who really present and are something else than they present.
Right.
And I'm just seeing it more and more. And not only am I seeing it more and more with my own eyes, people that I see, that I care about, and people that I know invest in other people.
Right.
And you know how I feel about that. I don't like, if you say you're going to love somebody, love them or don't.
Yeah, love them wholeheartedly, you know, and not just a part of the time that you needed them the most. And now that you got what you needed, now you don't need them anymore.
Right. You're
That's
done.
wrong. That's so wrong.
So the people help build your hours. People sat and played your videos over and over and over and over again, or sent you some money, or whatever the case may be.
Right.
And you treat everybody except for your little niche of friends like
right. Right.
And you know, I don't like that, Doreen.
I know.
I don't like that. And you've known me for a long time. That's not how I live my life.
Right.
You know, when I fuck up or I make a mistake, I admit it.
Exactly.
I'm
Yes.
not afraid to come back to you and say, hey, you know what? I really fucked up. I act like an asshole.
Right.
Whether you can forgive me or not is on you.
Exactly.
You know, I can only do what I can do. We're all humans. We all make mistakes. Nobody
That's
is
right.
perfect. You
Not a
know,
one. Not a
no,
one.
no. And if you don't have time to reach out or to deal with people, you know, being a content creator takes a lot of time. You have to get your energy on to come
Exactly.
up, talk. You have to feel decent. Like, you know, it
What the?
does.
What the what?
Ah, that's perfect. Wait. See, as soon as I go to hit something, it moves. The biggest lesson I've learned is not everyone thinks alike. I made that false assumption. That's a true statement. One, not everyone thinks alike is very true. And you can't make anybody do anything or say anything. Oh, I lost Doreen. Oh, look, it's just me. How about that? Who knew? Yeah, you can't make anybody do or say anything. And I keep hitting the wrong one. You guys are self-realization in friendships is so important in friendships and relationships. It really is. It really is. If you if you're if you're going to have a true friendship with somebody, it's not going to be rainbows and sunshine all the time. It's just not going to be. It just doesn't work that way.
Well, I don't know what happened here, but somehow I got disconnected.
I know all of a sudden I'm talking and I'm like, oh, I'm just here by myself. Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I don't know what happened.
It is very important in friendships and relationships. And sometimes we just have to realize our own self-worth. That's a huge thing, I think, is that you don't have to just take whatever someone is willing to give you. You know, you don't just have to accept the whether it's through a parasocial relationship. Say you hit somebody up and you don't really care for the response that you get back, right? You don't care for the response that you get back from that person. You try again and it's still kind of not what you expected. So, like M says, setting the expectation low to begin with is not a bad thing.
No. So then you have to say goodbye.
Yeah. Then you have to say goodbye because it's just not for you.
Exactly.
Let's see what Kim says here. The biggest lesson I have learned so far is most people come at you from where they are, and I come at people at their level, not mine. It's not being better or worse. It's just about understanding. And it is. And that's the perfect place to come at people, right? That's the perfect place. Let's meet in the middle. You come from where you are and I'll come from where I am, and we'll meet right here in the middle.
That's right.
We can talk about it. You know, there's nothing, to me, there's nothing that you can't not talk about.
Right.
Okay. So, but I'm going to keep talking about parasocial over the course of the next few. I'm going to start going live more regularly. That means Doreen's also going to go live more regularly. And we're going to have a little series coming up. And we may have more than one series coming up. But the first one I know that we're going to have coming up this next coming week. So look for it a day out. But we're going to start doing a little series of with Kim.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do a series with Rio for Life, Kim D. She has a lot of life experience, and we're going to learn about her and what she's.
Gonna be good. Gonna be good.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, it sounds fun. I think it's going to be one of these things. I could be wrong. We will see. I think we're going to laugh. We're going to cry. We're going to laugh some more. I think it's going to be a good time. And
the only way you're going to know about it is you'll have to be here to watch. But it will be a series. It will be a long series.
It will be a series. Well, we're just going to start at different ages. That's how we're going to do it.
Yes.
And I think it should be fun and interesting, and I love it.
Get your popcorn ready.
I have to go, ladies. Getting up early tomorrow for babysitting. Love you both so much. We love you.
Love you too, Mel. Have a good night.
Yes, thank you for everything. See you tomorrow, hopefully. Mel is awesome too. She runs our autoimmune page, and which I'm gonna hook Em up over there tomorrow, Mel. Just a heads up. So I don't know. Do we have more to say? You guys have more to say? I should be reading, but they were all talking and. Well, truth. Pessimist isn't always a bad thing on YouTube anyway. I mean, how well do you know people? And that's very true, right? You do have to. But I also will say, since I have put myself out there for people to, when I say, if you need to talk, hit me up. If you need anything, hit me up.
It's for true.
I'm not lying. I'm not lying. There's nothing. I've stayed up all night with people. I've just to be a friend when someone is having a hard time, just so that somebody doesn't feel so alone going through some of the things that we go through, people go through.
Yeah.
Oh, Em's like, I can tell you're a real one, Tiffany. Thank you. Doreen is also very real as well. She might be more real than me. She's more on top of it than me, that's for sure. She'll get back to you faster, usually. But we definitely are an amazing team. She's like the yin to my yang.
Yes.
She is. Joni's like, they both done it with me. Well, that's the thing. I like creating friendships. I like us being able to create friendships. And I want to create true friendships. That doesn't mean it's always beautiful. That doesn't mean I'm going to be an asshole all the time either. After a certain amount of time, people. Doreen and I have gotten into arguments. There have been times where we haven't agreed. But that doesn't mean that
we don't talk
because
it's just
an argument. I love her.
It's just an argument. We can argue with each other, yet we still love each other. And 5 minutes later, we're friends all over again. Arguments aren't meant to last forever. No, they're just disagreements at the moment, and that's all it is. It doesn't mean that I hate Tiffany. It doesn't mean Tiffany hates me. It doesn't mean that anything we've ever talked about in confidence is going to, spew out my mouth. No. It's just...
we're just humans. And
a disagreement for the moment.
Yeah. And I think we allow each other to be humans. And
exactly. And she can say what she wants. She can tell me to go F myself at the moment. Sure. And that's all right. That's perfectly fine. That's the way she feels at that time, at that moment. Great. She got all her shit off her chest and vice versa and that. And after that, It's back to, all right, so you're having your coffee? Yeah, I'm having mine too. Well,
Guess what happened?
exactly.
Guess who I saw today?
Exactly.
And that's
that.
Yeah, that's how it should be.
Now, Tiffany may be coming out here again in October to visit me,
Yes.
and that's going to be fun because we are going to video the whole thing of our whereabouts or our not whereabouts or whatever we do. We're going to video it this time.
Yep.
And that's going to be really fun. So stay tuned for that in October.
Yeah.
Mark it down on your calendar.
Yeah, mark it down on your calendar so I know when I'm coming. Yeah, yeah, we have some fun things coming up. So stay tuned. We're gonna start with Kim D for life, and it's gonna be Kim D's life and where she is now, which is amazing. But it is going to take us a little bit of time to get through that. So everybody just join us for that or watch it on the replay. I hope it will be good. Let's see. And then M says, yep, I've learned if you have a disagreement, it's not the end of the world. You might still love me. Yeah, that's the thing is like, just because we had an argument doesn't mean like all of my love for you and all of the feelings that I had for you are gone.
Right.
No. But that's not how I am. That's not the way I roll. But everyone is different. So that's something that I just say I don't care for. And that's something that the community I believe that I am currently in is really destroying its own self. And I hate to say that. And I will talk about it more later. And we're going to call it by its name and people by their name. Each of us is first and foremost human individual beings. Anything else is a descriptor. Yes, people sometimes use descriptors as labels. You're absolutely right. We don't, that's pretty, a lot of judgment comes with a description, right?
Yeah.
Of somebody. And yeah, I know. I felt you guys, yeah, they pass judgment and preconceived labels. It just goes on and on. Yeah. And you can get in a whole really mishmash of unhealthy people that just help feed that whole narrative.
Exactly.
That just feed that that one feeds the other one to the other one to the other one to the other one. So it's almost like
that's the click. That's
right.
That's
the click.
Yeah.
So it's like almost each leg is a little bit damaged. I mean, you can't just it just can't.
Yeah.
I look at I don't know why I keep like looking at things like as an octopus, right? And it's just like, okay, well, this one's bad and it kind of spread to this one somewhat and this one too.
Right.
And I hate that, but it's like you see all of the brain work that goes into the whole thing, and it's like, no, not for me. No, thank you. Yes, and it just goes on and on and on, and it does that even in adulthood. And that's something else I do want to point out. We're going to go here in just a minute, Doreen, because we've been on for a little while, but I want to say it is even when it I don't know if it's worse in people that are older, like 40, 50, 60-year-old people, 70-year-old people being snitty and snotty, and it's ugliness. It really is ugliness. And I just cannot believe the way some of these people behave.
I don't know if it's because they're older and they feel like they're more entitled to, or if it's just that they're older and they're bitter. I don't know, but then I know such people of age that are just such pleasant people as well. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a personality. I don't think it's an age thing. I think it's true. I mean, really, when we look at it, I don't think it has shit to do with how old you are. I think it has to do with your personality.
Yeah.
Really? I mean, I really think so.
Yeah.
uh yeah, a lot of, yeah, and that's another thing that I hate seeing, right? Is and I do I hate seeing, this is something else I see all over the place, where people are just generally calling people, he's a narcissist, they're a narcissist, they're a psychopath, they're a sociopath, they're bipolar, they're this or that, they're this or that. Well, it's like, you're saying all of those things like they're bad things, first of all. Narcissists is not, I mean, they're hard to work with, right? But they are personality disorders. So they are, you know, there are, it's too much. We can't say that about everybody. It's their personality, right? No, they're not a sociopath. They're just a dick. Right? Like, can't we say that? Can we just be like, yeah, like, no, right, exactly. Thank you, Kim. More labels, right? So, like, let's not try to give them a big, long, fancy thing. Just, you know, just maybe not for me. Something I've said from the very beginning, and this is something I've said since I've been talking on video, is that I'm not for everybody. Everybody's not for me. There are people that aren't going to like me, and there are going to be people that I'm not going to like either. Did Kim just say goodnight? Just more labels. Oh, no. Yeah, right. A jerk is a jerk. Why can't we just call him a jerk? Why do we have to give him some fancy psychotic label? Like, the fuck? He's just a jerk. And there's nothing gonna fix that. No, there's something, it's different when we're talking about real medical issues, right? Joni cracks me.
I know a lot of people in that are dicks.
IRL in real life that are dicks. Right, Joni? If they don't need any there you go. I'm an acquired taste. I love you right where you are. Seriously. And I love that. I love that. I like that, saying, you know what, I'm an acquired taste. I am. I'm not for everybody. You know, I'm loud. I talk with my hands. I get a little this or that. You know me, Doreen. You've been with me.
Yeah.
I'm not a shy girl.
No. And neither am I.
No, it's perfect. But that can rub people the wrong way, and that's okay. You know.
Well, hey, I mean, what can you do? You know,
right, yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And I love quiet people because I'm like, come on, come with me. I'm loud. You can stay quiet. Come on, let's do it. But it helps bring people out their shell, doesn't it?
Yes.
You're that way too. You're that way too.
Yeah. I think you brought me out of my shell.
I brought you out of your shell?
Yeah.
Maybe in some ways, but you were pretty ready to share.
Not in the beginning.
Like, listen, motherfucker. No.
Your mother's ass.
You're right. I'll tell you what. All right.
All right. All right. Say right now, okay? All right.
Okay. All right. All right. Right. Why do so many people demonize others? Because they're not happy in their self. I mean, and most people are not happy about 100% of themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a fair thing to say.
And some people wish that they can be like other people. I'm not talking about their looks or anything like that. I'm just talking about their personality,
lifestyle.
Yeah. Right. And they can't, and that irks them. And you know, that plays a big role too.
Yeah, that is true. And I think it just helps, it makes other people feel good. It's like the strongest, the oldest bullying, right, of time. Projection, right? I feel shitty about myself, so if I make you feel shitty about you too,
right,
I'll be better than you are. Yeah, it's really shitty, and I don't like that game. That's something I've never liked my whole life. I don't like people getting, although I can't say I've never been the asshole. I've been the asshole, Dore.
Yeah, I think I've been an asshole.
You
at
know
times.
I mean, if you think, like, I'm 50, it takes time to learn shit, people.
It does. It really does.
It does. And about what's important, how you treat people is important.
I second guess myself a lot. Should I have been that? Maybe I was a little too hard. Maybe that was the wrong thing to say. Yeah, I second guess myself. Whereas before, whatever went, and that's it.
And you better just take it because that's all I'm giving you. Yeah,
right. And that was a little. That's it.
Yeah.
But no, not anymore.
Yeah. I think I can agree with you, with myself on that. Like, there was a time where it's like, it's Tiffany's way or no way.
Right.
And Brian will tell you it's still that way. And it's not as much that way as it used to be. Now, I still may throw my fit, and like we all do, right? Like, I want my way. But that doesn't mean I have to be stuck there.
Right.
And
I mean, I may second guess, but that doesn't mean I'm letting the other person know that I second guess, that I'm that.
Oh, yeah.
But, in my mind I have, and maybe the next time I see you, I'll be a little more, sympathetic to you, but not the first time. I mean, I may second guess, but like, still, what I said, and that's it.
Yeah.
I may feel a little bad about it later on, but I'm not telling you that. I'll just next time
stick to it.
Yeah, like the next time I may be a little softer, like
yeah.
I think about the first time. Yeah, I was a little hard on that person, and
Yeah. Well, sometimes it takes us time to work through our feelings.
Yes.
All right, well, let's get going, because we've been here for a while, and I've been trying. I want to keep them like around an hour-ish.
Okay.
Although it's only 11 o'clock, so who knows? Maybe we'll pop back on at 3 a.m. and be like, we can't sleep. No, I'm just teasing. All right, everybody, remember that when I say I'm here, you can reach out to me, hit me up, all that stuff. You can really do it, and I will get back to you. Maybe not in 5 minutes, but I will get back to you. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you guys popping in. And I'm glad to have you. Kim, I'm glad that you were here. Joni, I'm always glad to have you. I think we're going to try to do a few more lives this week. Yeah, Dora?
Yes.
And then on Wednesday, we will start our series with Kim D, which I will probably post that tomorrow. It's going to be at 9 Central Time on Wednesday. And we're going to meet Kim, and we're going to learn about the first 10 years of Kim's life. So I think this is going to be really interesting and neat, and we're going to break it down, and I think it will be fun. And we will see you guys soon. So everybody, please hit the like button, subscribe. You're all subscribed anyway, and I love you. And
have a good night, everyone. And I'm glad that you all came. and hope to see you again soon. And yes, have a good night and love you. Love
you guys.
love you guys.